Well, it's been a while, huh? Welcome back. Welcome back. What's been going on here is disaster, basically. Um, Not as bad as last year. Everybody's out across the street having fun. It's Saturday afternoon. Anyway, yeah, there's been like last summer, we had the hottest summer on record. Most hot days, highest temperatures on record. The year before, almost the same. Ellen was coming through. And this year it's July and we're under 100 right now. And we almost got rain last night. But a couple days ago, we got, it rained all night and all day. You know how a rainstorm comes through and then it drizzles, and another rainstorm and then it drizzles, and it does that for a couple days? First time in 2 years. But before that, I almost lost it. I almost lost the tobacco. You can see the yellow leaves. And the burns on leaves. I got some really bad burns. Bad burns on leaves. And lost a few plants, maybe. I know I lost over here Larry's plant. It got planted too late. See, tobacco plants. Do I have a tobacco plant? Yeah, I got one right here. Tobacco plants, when you consider see if we can set this up. When you consider how large, a tobacco plant is, I mean, that's a good sized bush. And the only root system that's holding that up is this little thing. Tobacco roots, this is actually a plant that's grown. This was 2 years old, this plant here. It's been growing for 2 years, and that's all the roots that it had. It's 6 or 7 foot tall. So the roots on the tobacco plants, you got to know this, man. The reason that I think that people start tobacco plants early is because the root system is very shallow. These plants will not reach 12 inches down into the ground trying to find water. So the water has to be on the top of the soil, at least from my experience so far, and I'm no expert. But the top of the soil is going to dry out first, and the plants go with it. So you gotta have water on it every day. You gotta come out, and I had a few days there when I was hungover, or I was working, or I was gone, or I was whatever, and the top of the soil dries out, and I come out here and the plants are all laying down, look like they're dead. I've taken to just putting the hose out here and soaking it like that. Just I let it run like that for 6 or 8 hours, and then move it over there and run it over there for 6 or 8 hours, and try and keep this soil as wet as I can. You don't want those cracks. I'm running a hose on it, and even while I'm running a hose on it, cracks are opening up in the soil. And what's a bad thing is if you have a crack open up right next to a plant. That's what happened to Larry's last plant that I had, Larry's. It dries the soil out down through that crack and just really gets to the roots, because they're only 2 or 3 inches deep. And these roots are probably only 2 inches deep. If the top of the soil dries off 2 inches, That's it. They're goners. So what's happening? Well, they're growing. I've kept them alive, and if I keep them alive through August, then, you know, I can pull all these out, put them in pots, and bring them in for the winter and let them really grow. What do I have? Sometimes I don't know what I have, but I know that's a burley. It's a big burley. There's a 1, 2, 3 burleys for sure. These two right here, I'm thinking are gems. That's a gem. That one and that one. That one and that one are bonanzas. I think this is a good example of, I'm pretty sure this is a gem because how yellow it turns. See, they turn yellow. Of course a burley like that, you know, will turn yellow too. But I think that's just heat stroke. But you can see definitely the difference between a leaf, you know, like a burley leaf here and a gem leaf there. Burley, gem. So, you know, and if I try and go a little farther here, burley, right, kind of a rounded leaf, gem, rounded, crinkly, shiny, okay. Bonanza has a little point on the top. So, I think, you know, there's a yellowish, that's a gem. Some of them might be mixed. It's hard to tell whether this is a burley or that's bonanza. This one's kind of harder to tell. So what's going on in the garden? Tobacco row. Not much this year, but if I can keep these growing to be 2-year-old plants, you know, it's been tough here, Kansas, man, just being able to keep them going this long without coming out here and baby them. You know. All right, well, worldwide, guys and gals, God bless y'all. Been Jefferson T. Rowe. Sorry I ain't been doing any videos, updates, but it's been no good news out here. And Raylan and I have been sitting inside watching TV in the air conditioning. She'll be here tomorrow again. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might get out here and shoot a video just to shoot a video with Raylan. Alright, you guys, take care now.